Hey everyone, welcome back, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button so we can be friends. Today I'm going to show you how to fix up a uploaded SVG file, like a converted file. You've probably run into this and thought, oh, this file won't work. But there's things you can do. So remember the shirt I made for my brother for Christmas? It was the Denver Broncos shirt. His wife, who happens to be my best friend, she wants a City, Kansas Chiefs shirt. So I've got everything prepped there. And after I did it all, I went, oh, I should do a video on this because, you know, always time to learn more stuff. And I've learned all this over time. And yeah, I want to share that knowledge. So you can see I uploaded the file here. So let's add this to the canvas and I'll show you what's wrong with this. Let me just zoom in. Okay, so it looks normal altogether, but we're gonna ungroup it. So there's the white layer. There's the red layer. I don't know why the online converter did that, but we don't want that, right? So what we're gonna do, instead of hunting down another image and then converting it to an SVG and then uploading it into Design Space, there's an easy trick for this. While it's highlighted, go to Contour. It's going to take a second to load because of all those little squiggly lines. I feel like I should play the Jeopardy music, but I'd probably get in trouble from YouTube waiting on Design Space. It didn't take this long last time I did this. There we go. But it's still thinking. Okay, so I'm going to click Hide All Contours. So what that does, it's going to take the biggest section of red and leave that on, and then it's going to turn off everything else. So even though that outline looks black, it is red. But it turned off my C. So I'm going to click on the two parts of the C, and voila, it's gone. Now, if it misses a little section here or there, let's just zoom in a bit more and make sure. So when I did this the first time, there was a little piece up where my mouse arrow is. And all you do, if it's one or two little pieces, you just grab a shape. I usually go with circle. Make it a little bit bigger than the piece. Place it over it, so we're just pretending that piece is there. Highlight both and click Slice. Move your big piece out of the way. Highlight that circle and whatever else. And there, it's gone. So we got our KC looking fantastic. Now, there's one other thing you kind of want to do, and you want to think about this as you're getting a file ready, either for regular vinyl, iron-on HTV, is the whole outline of the image. Anything inside is going to be waste. So don't think of this, what I'm going to show you, as wasteful. So for the white portion, this is the bottom layer. There is no point in leaving the K and the C and the black outline on there. So I'm going to contour that, hide all contours, and now it's solid. So now when we put our black layer on top, we don't have to worry about lining up where that white would have been cut out, but we can do it again on the black layer. The inside of the K and the C is going to get covered with the red. So I'm going to contour those ones out, and I'll just do it by hand. And then that goes on top. And you see how I'm lining it up? I'm just visually lining up where it should go. And then here's the red layer. Let's arrange that to the front. And because it's going over a solid black piece, we don't have to worry when, especially the iron-on shrinks a bit when you heat it up. You're not going to have little spaces. So always keep that in mind. If you can fill in something that's going to be layered underneath, make sure to do it. Okay, so I'm going to get this cut out. We'll quickly put the shirt together, and that will be that. Here's the shirt we're going to put our logo onto. This is a Bella canvas shirt, 100% cotton. I have already used my sticky roller on it. I have preheated it, and I know it's hard for the camera to pick up, but I have creased the center, so I have my center line. Here's my plastic doohickey thing to kind of line up the center and show me how far down I have to go. Here's everything cut out here. So I know I've shown these tricks before, but I'll do it every time just in case you're new or something like that. Just fold your image in half and pinch the corners, not the vinyl itself. It might be a little hard not to pinch the vinyl, but you just want to give yourself a line, and then you just line it up. You just have to come that way a little bit. So there's my full solid white piece. We've got 3 layers to tack down. So we're going to do the warm tacking method. So we're at 315 Fahrenheit. I moved my parchment and put it on my chair behind me instead of on there. You can use parchment or a Teflon sheet. I do have Teflon sheets. I'm just a little nervous, I guess, to use them. Just because I've got this way down pat. But one day I'll use it. So we're going to go for about 5 seconds, medium pressure. So I am leaning into my easy press. That should be fine there. All the vinyl this go round is Cricut Everyday Iron-On. And you can see it's darker where I just heated it up. That's going to go away. So if you made a shirt and you see the Easy Press made a section darker, it just because it heated up the color, that's the color it's going to look while it's hot. So don't let that scare you. I know the first time I ever did a shirt, I noticed it, and it was a black shirt, and I was like, oh no, I've ruined it. There's a little hair that snuck in there. So there's nothing saying that you can't use your sticky roller after the fact. Okay. So let's get this one on. Get it nice and even. How does that look? I think that looks great. I'm right at the edge of the white vinyl there. Excuse me. Normally I would put this one over top, but the white is fully covered, so we're not going to worry about that. Now remember, vinyl onto vinyl sticks really well. It's one of the concrete ways that you know it's going to stick. See, and you can see the shirt got a bit darker there. So look how much easier it is to pull up sticking vinyl on vinyl. It's amazing. Okay. Now this one is not fully centered. So again, if you have your picture, reference your picture, your SVG, however you did this, so it goes on properly. So for this one, the bottom of the I and the K lines up at the bottom of the straight line. So I had confirmed that before I started. So there, that one's a little off. Shh, don't tell anyone. And there. So, but I think that looks great. The red actually goes very nicely. So we'll put this one back on. Again, you're just lining it up. And remember, when I do my third layer or final layer, I don't do the full 25-30 seconds. I do 5 seconds again, just because we're going to get a little bit of a line on there from this smaller piece. And we don't want that being in the iron-on. Hopefully you can see the white looks crinkly. That means it's adhering. Okay, so now we're going to do about 25 seconds. Still with the medium pressure. Then we'll flip it over, do 15 seconds on the back. I'll do that off camera. And then we'll see what this looks like all done. I'll let it cool off so the red mark is gone. But there we go. So I'll be back when it's all done. There it is, all cooled off. So you can see the color of the shirt went back to its normal color. So nothing to worry about. Turned out fantastic. I know this is going to be a very much appreciated shirt. That's the joy of making shirts at home for people. You can make something unique, custom, one of a kind, and homemade is always better. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Until next time.